Guys, Bitcoin is currently going down a little bit, and people are asking me, is this the start of a prolonged downtrend, or are we going to have a little bit of a breather before we see some more upside? Today, I'm going to show you this, and this is a historical signal that has happened a couple of times in the past, and every time it has happened previously, it has signaled a wild move for Bitcoin, guys, and this is telling us that we are just at the beginning of the Bitcoin bull market. So today I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about everything that's going on right now in the market, stuff you need to pay attention to, of course, my trades here on OKX, and much more, guys. So make sure to stick around from the beginning until the end. Welcome back, everybody. My name is Chris, bringing you cryptocurrency videos every day, teaching you how to make money in this market. If you're new to the channel, then make sure to subscribe and activate the bell right now. So what we can see here for Bitcoin is that we have this red candle. In fact, we have had a couple of red candles in a row here going down on the 4-hourly time frame from 35,300 down to the bottom here at 34,565. So we have a little bit of a downtrend, but just like I said the previous time when we had this downtrend right here, I said, I think that this is going to bounce at my orange line. And we went down, we did indeed find support of my orange line, and then we had another bit of a pump. But look at this, guys. The pump we had is not as high as this one. So we did make a lower high, so that is something to take note of. But if you also zoom out here and you look at the longer trend, so during this entire, after this massive pump, and if you look at the consolidation, you can see that we are having a trend of making higher lows as well. So we do have this trend line of making higher lows, and this is right now supporting also the Bitcoin price right here. So this is definitely something we need to continue to pay attention to right now. And also if you look at the moving averages, so if I flip them on the 4-hourly time frame, the 4-hour 50 period moving average has actually caught up to us right now, and you can see we found support right here. And we were kind of support a little bit of a fake down, but the orange line supported us. But the moving average supported us here, a couple of times here, I would say. And right now, in this 4-hourly candle, let's see if we can have a rally above the 4-hourly 50 period moving average. And that would be a good sign. All in all, we're having some more, and I don't mind this, guys, the consolidation we're seeing. I don't mind at all us going something like this, or even coming down to my bold orange line down here, because you know the drill, what I've been saying. I do think that in general, it is time to buy every single dip here to hold for the entire bull market. So every dip buying opportunity I get, I will be buying that. And of course, on my trading strategies as well, of course, this kind of volatility is what the trading strategies live off of. They want to see that volatility so they can add more and more profits as we continue to go here. You can see that the Bitcoin fast bot continues to try to catch up to the Bitcoin cycle bot. So this is about to turn into 70%. This is currently at 87. So you can see how it is starting to really catch up, and it's not a given that this is going to reach 100% quicker than this. So we will see, guys. We will see about that. Now, for the traditional markets, this is also key. The traditional markets are also having a little bit of a downtrend. If you look on the 4-hourly time frame, something like this, right? And you do also see that we had a massive pump, but we're finding support off of my red line. So this red line is very key. And as long as we can hold here for traditional markets, guys, this is a good sign. And then for us to eventually have a little bit of a pop towards the upside. And that is going to mean that Bitcoin is most likely also going to have a pop towards the upside. So we're keeping an eye on that for sure. Now, let me talk about, actually, before I talk about this, just a quick update on the trading bots here. And you can expect a big video coming later on today. So be on the lookout for that in regards to this. And also, if you're not able to use OKX and you want to use these trading strategies, I will have an alternative for you. But if you want to use these trading strategies right now on OKX, we do have all of the resources in the description of this video. So you can go down and you have the best deposit bonuses, $60,000 by clicking on this link. Click join now, and then with one click, you can set up each and every one of those bots if you want to use them. So now let's talk about this massive pattern. So this is on the 2-month time frame, guys, and what you have here is the Bitcoin chart, of course, at the top, and then you have at the bottom you have the Bollinger Band width, which basically shows us when the Bollinger Bands are at the most narrow point. So of course the Bollinger Band, you may know this, if I go down here, it is this, and whenever we have very narrow Bollinger Bands, especially on the daily time frame. In fact, if you watched my channel, you know that I was talking, before we did see that big pump, or was it on the weekly time frame, potentially? So yeah, it wasn't the daily time frame for sure, right here. So when the Bollinger Band is very low, and also here you can see it was very low, it typically leads into an explosive move. So this is the Bollinger Band, and let me take away that, it makes it much easier. So this is the Bollinger Band indicator, but when the width is very narrow like this, that is just the indicator down here. So when we are very narrow, you have the trend line right here. So above it, you have the vortex indicator, which is basically a trend reversal indicator. It was developed by Etienne Bottes and Douglas Siepman in 2009. And all of the data is right here if you want to go into the nitty-gritty. But all I can say right now for this, to simplify everything, is that it is a trend reversal indicator. Now, why does this matter? Because on the 2-month time frame, look at how this has been lining up. So you have the bullish vortex cross right here. So you go up first, and then you cross it towards the downside at the same time when the Bollinger Band width is very narrow. And this led into a massive rally for Bitcoin. So you can see it the next time right here. And you can see we went above it, we went below it. At the same time, the Bollinger Band width was very narrow as well. And this was the start of the parabolic rally. And look at this, guys. We have gone above it, kind of like we have gone above it the previous 2 times. And we are about to have that bullish vortex cross. Now, the dotted orange line is the Bitcoin halving. So this typically happens right on the halving or right after the halving. But right now, if this were to come true right now, it would be a little bit faster than the halving, which, you know, it is what it is, but it's not lining up perfectly, but the similarities are still staggering. So this is something I wanted to show you. This is signaling that we could, if history repeats, we could be in for a massive rally towards the upside if this repeats, just like I said. So we're keeping an eye on that. And also institutional money is flooding into crypto, guys. You saw more money, fiat, flood into the crypto space last week with about $250 million worth of fiat entering the crypto space. So that is absolutely fantastic. And actually, let me show you this. So this was actually the inflows you saw was actually the largest one since the bull market in 2021. So that is something to take note of as well. Here you can see which countries actually added the most. United States leading. You have Germany, actually $63 million worth of fiat entering crypto in USD terms. So that is something to take note of as well. Things are starting to heat up. This is why buy the dip on every single pullback is what I am doing personally. Now, the amount of whales that are holding Bitcoin is increasing. So you saw a record 8 million addresses holding 1,000 Bitcoin or more here last week. So this is real-time data, guys. So you can see that the whales, they are accumulating, and yeah, don't sell your Bitcoin to these whales. I think that is going to be something that you may regret in the beginning. Not financial advice, or in the end, I mean, but not financial advice. This is just my feeling and what I think is going to happen with the market moving forward. Now, FTX wants to sell $744 million worth of Grayscale, actually. So, of course, the ETF has not been approved yet for the conversion of Grayscale to Bitcoin ETF. And generally, Grayscale has been trading at a massive discount. So some might say that this is not going to impact Bitcoin, but it does. Because if FTX were to sell these in Grayscale, it means that the Grayscale premium probably goes down lower, which incentivizes people to buy Grayscale instead of buying real Bitcoin, which then dampens the market. And yeah, you get the drill. So still, this is not peanuts, guys. It is $744 million. So it is a lot. So they want to sell that now that the market is starting to pick up. So we still have some of these kind of worrying moments, and you do have some overhead people and companies dumping on us, and especially from FTX, who are trying to liquidate all of their assets and get fiat instead. So this is still something we need to pay attention to, and it is definitely kind of making the bull market less crazy towards the upside. But once they are done selling, and then things can, of course, go up much higher. But yeah, right now you do have some massive sellers also in the market. Guys, this is what I got for you. I hope that you enjoyed today's video, and I will see you in the next one.